Hi guys, I'm going to be doing some trivets today. I wanted to pour some strainer flowers. I haven't done that in a really long time, and I wanted to have a couple that I have for sale for Christmas. I have so many that are blooms, so I want to just have something a little different, blooms and swipes. So I'm putting down my base, which is just my Artist Loft Flow White. I'm only going to put a little bit of a pillow down, or a little bit of a puddle, so it can sit in there. And I'm going to be doing some of my, again, my beach colors. I still have leftover beach colors. So I'm going to start putting those in. And I do have some silicone in some of these, so it'll be interesting to see how that comes out. I'm probably only going to get one layer of these colors in here. I mixed up a lot of paint for that gadget pour with Brian and Mona. So I still have leftover paint. But I love the color combination, so it's okay. I don't think I'm going to put any of the parchment in there. I really liked how, well, I don't know what order I'm going to put them out in, but I did a geode pour, and I like how the gold kind of hazed over the dark blue. It was really pretty. Almost made like a brownish color. All right, so as you can see, it's coming out. I love these little strainers. I have many videos on these, but just to give you an update or a refreshment on them, they have the holes on the sides, and then they also have the holes in the middle. And I get these at Walmart. However, I have not seen them lately. I'm hoping that they have some soon, because I'd like to get some more of them. I have a class coming up, and they want to do the strainer flowers, so I really need to get some more. I only have 3 of them. They're not expensive at all. All right, that has stopped flowing, so I'm going to pull it off, hand underneath real quick. I love these strainers because I love that middle that they give. I'll give a little torch. I don't want a whole bunch of cells, so I'm not going to torch very much. And then I think I'm going to go around the outside with the dark blue, what I have left of it. Just because I don't want a whole lot of white in this. Just the little bit that I put on at the base. And I don't tilt these very much, and they come out fine. They dry fine. With my formula, it is okay, as long as they stretch out enough. So I'm going to give it a little bit of a tilt. Get it moving first. Just going to run it off some of the edges a little bit. Really pretty colors. All right. Now you have to decide if you're going to wreck that middle a little bit, or if you're going to leave it there. I'm not real crazy about how those, the blue in the center, they kind of got wobbly. So I may go in at the end, and I'm just swirling them up right now. and that may be fine. I'm going to pull in a little bit between the petals. Not every single one of them, I'm just kind of deciding. I want to break up this cell reunion going on there. I'm going to go ahead and swirl that center. All right. Got a little bit too much paint in the center, so I'm going to suck that out with a balloon. That's pretty. Just going to go in with a little bit of black on my finger, which didn't do much, but I really like that one. It's really pretty. Like the center. Careful not to play with it too much, but one more dip. All right, there is one down, one to go. The next one I'm going to be doing is going to be some red, yellow, orange, and copper, because I want to see what that combination will do. So I got you guys back in there. Yep. A little puddle of white, not much. All right, so we're going to start with the red, which is my alizarin crimson. It is kind of a cool dark red. Okay, and we're going to go with some cadmium orange. Might be able to get two. Oh, there goes the bikes. They're going for a ride. All right, and then the copper. I always want to get some metallic in there. Okay, it's coming out. Can't see it yet on camera. I'm going to go one more round because I want to push that copper out. And then I want to have some little bit of copper in the center. I need to tone my orange down. It is too bright for my liking. You can tone orange down if it's too bright for you with a little bit of blue. So any of the colors that you want to tone down, make more earthy, just add the complementary to them. Whatever the complementary colors are. Just going to add a little bit of red there. So the complementary color of orange is blue. So if you put a little bit of blue in there, it'll gray it down just a little bit and it won't be so bright in your face. Okay. Let that come out a little bit more. No silicone in any of these colors, so there won't be any cells. Well, I won't say there won't be any cells, but there might be a few. that in. Kind of going every other, every third. I just want to break up that center a little bit because I know when I tilt it, sometimes they stay okay, but most of the time they don't. I'm going to put some alizarin crimson around the edges. That'll probably be all gone, but just give it a little bit more of that red, if any of it sticks. Ooh, that one's pretty too. I like it. I'm just like barely touching that paint when I run my brush through it. I didn't really want to I just wanted to break up that one big cell there, or blob of paint that came from the center probably. All right, let's give it a tilt, see what we got. And I will let those sit and drip for a while, so it'll pull some more of that paint off of there. Let gravity do my work. That one's really cool too, and that alizarin crimson will dry pretty dark. So, and the orange won't be as crazy bright either. It'll be a little bright, but let's give that center a dip. I used to swirl everything, but I kind of like the dip now. Make sure you have your paper towel handy when you're doing that. Just going to pull that over. I'm going to dip one more time. Just barely touching that center. That's a little Fiona trick that she does that I picked up. All right, those are really pretty. I think they will most likely sell. People love the flowers, so I don't have a hard time selling the flowers. All right, guys, that is your video, and please like, share, and subscribe. Hope you enjoyed those, and go try and find some of those strainers. They may have them out there, and they can just give really cool effects that you're not going to get from other things. And I will, even though you're pretty close up, I will bring you down for even more of a close-up so you can see some of the cool stuff going on. And so I'll be right back with a close-up. All right, here we are. And you can see some of those cool effects that are going on that you get from that strainer. These are really different. There isn't another strainer out there that gives these effects. So I don't know why that went that weird color. Probably the light. Oh, there we go. That's more like the real color that it is. All right. Okay, and then here's the blue one. Really pretty. Of course, those are my colors. And you can kind of see that gold, how that gold just shimmers over everything. I think this is a mixture between my, I love those petals. A mixture, the gold is a mixture of the 24 karat gold, and then I mixed in some of the Arteza gold. So there you are. I will see you guys in a week or so. Have a good one. Bye-bye.